talk that talk with me, yeah. Yes, come on, y'all. Talk that talk with me, yeah. Like, ooh. Let me tell you something. My show would be so lit if I could have music. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, music is such a vibe. It is. You know what I'm saying? It is, y'all. So anyway, shout out to that. Hey everybody. Hey. It's your girl Shay Renee, and I want to welcome y'all back to my channel. I said just back to my channel. Shout out to that. Y'all welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, hey, I like that. I had to slow it down a little bit. I said I just have to slow it down a little bit. Um, anyway, listen, y'all. I don't normally do this. First of all, it's your girl Sherry Day, and like I said, welcome back. You see, Politic an Hour. Politic an Hour starts right now. Y'all better get in here. Period. I said, y'all get up in here. Now, listen, y'all. I said, just listen. I'm gonna need y'all to listen. Uh, now what I don't normally do, y'all, is y'all know what I normally don't do is do like words of the day and stuff like that. But today I got a word of the day. Yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to that, y'all. I got a word of the day. And today's word of the day, you see, it's gonna be marriage counseling, y'all. Okay, yeah, marriage counseling. No. Premarital counseling. You see, mm, uh, yes, I should shout out to that. I'ma need y'all. You see, before y'all go, you see, I said before y'all go. You know what I'm saying? Cause hold on. First of all, I feel like marriage is a beautiful thing, okay? But still, like I was saying, before y'all go jumping out the deep end, you see, yeah, because you got to be able to swim. I said before y'all go jumping out the deep end, though, you see, I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all some marital counseling, okay? Yeah, I need y'all to get some pre-marital counseling, okay? That's the word of the day. Matter of fact, let me write my word of the day. And speaking of writing, I got some writing that I need to do. You see? So shout out to that. I said I got some writing that I need to do. Hold on. I sure do. I said I sure do. Baby, y'all let me get my handy dandy notes together. You know, because I'm just like, this is the thing. This is the thing. Yeah, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody. Come talk that talk with me. Like, I feel like y'all want to know what I feel like now, don't you? Hey, I said, you just want to know what I feel like, don't you? Don't you wish your girl was like me? Hey, don't you? Hey. You know what? I need one of them things. You know them things? Like, oh, Lord. It made me think about DDG. We go, boom. He kills me with that noise. Oh, he love that noise. That his fave. That's his fave, though. But, nah, I need one of them things for real. Because I probably would have had, uh, the lady say that For real, right? Right. I say that. I say that sound. Don't you? You see? Mm, mm. So shout out to that. Now, anyway, why did I forgot what I was about? I know y'all be getting tired of me. You see? Yes, I know y'all get tired. I said I just know y'all get tired. It is what it is. To that. I got a lot to talk to y'all about though. For real. So much. That's what it is. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell y'all. See? See? Um, the truth of the matter is, like I could get up here and freestyle all day. Yeah, you see, it's not really nothing to it. I can't. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. But that's at the same time, when I have my handy dandy notes, you see, it's just better. You know, it's like I got like it's almost like a student. It's like a student being prepared. Okay, so hold on. If I was a boy. I would hang with them. Child, what is going on? What is going on? Like, I want to ask, I want to know. You see, yeah, shout out to. I told y'all. I told y'all. See, I'm going to pull up on it. You see, it is what it is. Yeah, your girl, Shay Renee. Mm. I said that. I'm going to talk about what ain't nobody want to talk about. You see, it just is what it is. What is going on? Y'all got a little pool, don't y'all? Okay, word of the day. Hold on, though. Premarital counseling, okay? Premarital counseling, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I will tell y'all. I'll be like, okay, this ain't gonna be no very, very lengthy live. I will tell y'all that. Shout out to that. I will in the New York minute, in the New York second. Sure will. Um, but today it is. Mm. I said today it is. This is one of them shows that like you put on while you cleaning up. Shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you cleaning up, cooking, feeding the baby. You know, yeah, like kind of like Wendy Williams daytime crowd. You know, yeah, the yeah, Jerry Springer, all of them. You see, all of them. So shout out to that. Shout out to that. Anyway, this gonna be a very, very lengthy live. So I say you're gonna have to have time for this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cause I got time. I'm in the building. You see? I'm in the building. So shout out to that. Now anyway, I got so many things I want to tell y'all. This is crazy. Like, hold on. I gotta get these thoughts out of my head. But I guess I can at least tell y'all what the topics are today. You see? Mm, mm. Today we're gonna be talking about Philly. Yeah, because it's getting silly in Philly right now. I said, what? Take the what and leave the what? Baby, these people that's not funny. That's not funny. We talking about Philly today. So shout out to that. We also talking about Amy and Zoe. That's why the word of the day is premarital counseling. Okay, that's why the word of the day is premarital counseling. Cause all OMG. First of all, Pooper Stars, I found my charger. Shout out to that. I found my charger. But I was on here so long with y'all yesterday. Yeah, I was on here so long with y'all yesterday. Shout out to that. And if you didn't catch yesterday's live, go find it. I'm gonna need you to go find it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it was good. But anyway, I was tired. Ooh, I was tired. I was tired, baby. Because other than that, I would have charged up this computer. Because I need to get this computer cranked. Yes. Okay, like a car that's been sitting up. I need to crank that. I sure do. So anyway, hold on. What else we talking about? Jello. What, like Jello? Baby, what's not jelly? See, like, listen, like, I said something going on with you. Hold on. Angel Reese. Yeah, Angel Reese. Angel Reese. I like Angel Reese. I like Angel Reese. It is what it is. I think y'all need to leave Angel Reese alone. You see, I said I think y'all just need to leave Angel Reese alone. Master P. Like, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, so it is what it is. Hit the like button. Get the hell goddamn me comfortable. You see, like, yeah, get comfortable. Whatever you got going on, get like, you see. I'm here for a good time and a long time. Okay, so shout out to that. I said that's how we coming. I said that's just how we coming. Baby, go in the kitchen. It is what it is. Fry up the bacon. Cook up the eggs. I'm gonna be here. So shout out to that. Baby, even if you need to run to the corner store. Still here. Okay. Yeah, because let me tell y'all. I said I'm gonna tell my audience. Y'all know what I found out yesterday? Do y'all know what I really found out yesterday? I said I'm gonna tell my pooper stars because I had a revelation. That's just what that is. I had a revelation, y'all. And let me tell y'all what it was. Yesterday, I found out that working was the hours and hours and hours that Mooney Long was talking about. Yeah, it just is what it is. That's what she was talking about. You see? Yeah. These right here. These hours and hours and hours. Yeah, that's what she was talking about. Y'all. So anyway, I said I got to tell my pooper stars that. Y'all know we share information over here. It just is what it is. Oh yeah, we share information over here. This channel was very, very, very informative. So shout out to that. And now anyway, because like I told you, I gotta get my notes together. You see? Yeah, I do. Period. Because I don't really wanna be freestyling like that. Even though I can and I will, and it's looking like I just damn might have to. I just damn might really will have to. Hold on, okay, Angel Reese. Y'all seen Angel Reese? Did y'all see Angel Reese pop that she remember y'all tell me why. Did y'all see that clip of Angel Reese? It was a her coach was walking up to her trying to like bring her a clipboard, and Angel Reese popped that damn thing out her hand so fast. I said, ooh, I told y'all though, baby, this is a different type of athlete. Okay, I'll take it a step further. That's why they got all these robots. That's why they got all these robots. I'm telling y'all have got to start listening to some of this stuff I'm saying. It just is what it is. If not all, you see, just not if not all. Like, listen, one thing about me, I'ma always tell you to use your own mind. Period. Go with that. Go with that. For real. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, yeah, it is what it is. Like, yeah, like, let's be informed, though. Let's be informed. Because y'all know, over here, we talk that talk. Okay? It just is what it is. We talk that talk. We might talk about what everybody talking about, and we damn sure gonna talk about some of what they ain't. So shout out to that. I said, oh. Miss Preston Girl wasn't scared. You see, she just wasn't scared at all. So anyway, that's that. Hold on, I'm coming around the mountain. Whoa, whoa, talk that talk with me. And, oh. Anyway, so that's that. We got Angel Reese. Okay, we getting somewhere. I said we just getting somewhere. Now let me see real quick. Hold on. First of all, I'm talking to y'all today about one. And this could change. I said this absolutely could change. But for sure, we're going to be talking about this. You know what I'm saying? And then there might be a then some. So shout out to that. There just might be a then some. But hold on, I got one. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 10 topics. That's a lot. That's a that's a lot. You see, shout out to that. But y'all know, when I used to do my show once a week, remember when I used to do my show once a week? That's crazy. I done came a long ways from then, right? I used to come on once a week, every Monday, every single Monday. I'll be like, hey, Poopa Stars, it's your girl, Shay Renee, and I want to welcome you back to a new show, back to a new week. Now, I tell them back to a new show, back to a Monday, and back to a new week. Ah! So shout out to that. Yeah, back when I used to do that once a week, I used to count up the topics, and it would usually be around the same, you know what I'm saying, like 9, 10, 11, stuff like that. So that's crazy. We got 10 topics today. And that's a lot considering that I was just on here yesterday. Because you know, sometimes the news don't be newsing like that. Ooh, it don't. Ooh, it don't. You see, it don't. Sometimes, you know, the world just be quiet as a mouse. And I can honestly say it be peaceful. It be peaceful around that time. Because one thing about me, I told y'all that yesterday, your girl love peace. It just is what it is. Like, oh, I love peace. Don't come to me. You see, I just can't. I can't. I don't have. I just don't have it. I don't be having the capacity for extra foolery. You see, because I be dealing with my own. Yeah, shut up. I said I be dealing with my own. And I don't mean to be insensitive. It's just like when I was younger, right? I was just way more there for folks. Way more there for folks. Like, what? What happened? He did what? She did, huh? Ugh. Who broke down? I'm on my way. You see, you know, it just is what it is. But like these days, baby, these days, no. You see, it's just like, look, listen. Let's just listen. You hear that? That's how I be. Yeah, shout out to that. That's how I be. It just be me and my work. Mm? Me, my work. Me, work, family. Me, work, family. You see, me, work, family. And of course, like I said, we got our own things. You know what I'm saying? Of course, child. I told y'all yesterday, my youngest baby, you see, mm, is turning 7. So, like, come on now. Come on now, somebody. Come on now. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something what I learned. This is what I learned. They be talking about that 2, that terrible 2. Baby, I don't know why don't nobody talk about that 6. You see, that 6-year-old, oh, Lord. Yeah, that 6-year-old gonna get the party started. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to that. Like, let me say something. I be damned if I don't know. I be damned if I don't know. Okay. So shout out to that. Cause like, eek, baby. My 6-year-old, he'll trip. Like Lil Webby said, he'll trip. Okay. So like, it just is what it is. Like I'm dealing with my own stuff. Trust me, I'm dealing with my own personal stuff every single day. I just don't be having time. It just is what it is. I don't be having time to help everyone sort out they. You see? So I be like, shout out to what's this stuff called? Chat GPT. Shout out to that. Because that's all I see people talking about. And shout out to that. Shout out to that. You see? And God. Shout out to God for holding me down. You see, that's who hold me down. That's my chat. You know, my supporter, BFF, therapist, accountant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of that. All of the above. Okay. And the thing is, like, I had to get now. Listen, it wasn't easy. Okay, I had to really, really, really work hard to get to this point. And it's like now my life is so quiet, right? That I can even hear God. You know what I'm saying? Way better. Cause it was, in my opinion, I had too much going on. It was just too chaotic. You see, it was just too chaotic. Mm, mm. So shout out to that. And like, yeah. So now, I be on here with y'all more. Period. I'm on here with y'all more. I'm less distracted and I'm able to just throw myself into my work, because that's what I want to do. Like, that's what I want to do, you know? And I feel like I had to like scream it, you know what I'm saying, for a second from the mountaintop, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it is what it is. Now I'm here. Here I am. I said, here I am, baby. Hey. Signed, sealed, delivered. Yeah, I know the rest. So anyway, we can get into some things today, though. I can promise you that. We're going to get into some things. But what is the word of the day, y'all? Somebody type it in my comments. Come on now. Somebody type it in my comments. The word of the day is premarital counseling. Okay, y'all. I recommend that. It is what it is. I recommend that. But we're going to get into it. You see? So anyway, we got Angel Reese. Where we at? Okay, here we go. I said, all right now. All right. Y'all know I got a show segment called Feedback. If I care enough. I might have to give somebody some feedback, you see. Come on, Mooney Long. Shout out to Mooney Long. Hours and hours Okay, here we go. We coming around the mountain now. This is kind of scary. This is fast. Oh man. God dang it. God dang it. Now, dang y'all. One of these things. Okay, one of these things I might have to take off the list because I saw it right and I didn't get no type of information. So I'm gonna take that off the list. And I hope I didn't write them in the title. Yeah, I hope I didn't. Cause I don't be what's that word called? Um Clickbait. No, I don't do no clickbait. Although I will troll or something like that. Like I think stuff like that is kind of funny and fun, but I'm not into clickbait. You know, like we ain't gotta do all of that. You see, like I believe Nene. And matter of fact, all my pooper stars who been here with me since the beginning, they know we speak Nene on this channel. Shut up to that. I believe Nene Leakes when she said, like, you can never win when you fight dirty, okay? And the fact that I say we speak Nene on this channel, for everybody who's new and never heard me say that before, let me explain. I just feel like as black folk, you see, it just is what it is. Black folk. Yeah. We don't have a language, you know, and I wish we did. Truth be told, I wish we did. I wish we had a language that like we can speak that other people didn't know, you know. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, I just adopted Nene Leaks over here. You know, we so that's the language. That's our language. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We speak Nene Leaks over here. And like I believe her. Absolutely when she said you never win when you play dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like don't get it twisted though. I didn't see people do all kinds of dirty stuff, right? And it might seem like they winning, but that's like they not winning. You know, it is what it is to me. In my opinion, they not winning. And like I said, it can seem like it though. It can. But in the end, no. Watch. Something gonna fall short. You see, it ain't gonna be no victory. It ain't. So anyway, that's it. Let me scratch this off my list. But dang, okay, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that though, because I need to talk about that though. I do. I need to do my research so I can talk about it. Um so here we go. We finna get into some of this. Mm, 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 mm. Anyway, so I got him. Jello, word of the day for Jello too. Premarital counseling. Jello and Rashida. Premarital counseling. Okay, we're gonna get that out. We're gonna get that. So shout out to that. So anyway, we got this. Okay. Hold on. I thought of something yesterday. It was so freaking funny, y'all. It was so freaking funny. And you know, I used to, let me tell y'all something. I used to, like, when I think of something, like, for real, this is the truth. When I think of something, I used to, like, stop whatever I was doing and write it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how dedicated I was to my content. But yesterday, I think I was in the shower. You know what I'm saying? When this thought came to me, and like, I didn't write it down, and I hate that. I hate that because I laughed so hard, y'all. I laughed so hard. And like, you know, my best content is when it come like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to share with y'all in that way. So I really, really hate it. And I really, really gotta get back to that. And I take it a step further. I don't necessarily like putting my thoughts in my notes. I don't, y'all. And I know some people might find that crazy or whatnot, but it is what it is. Like that's just how I feel. Cause for real, in my hearts of our hearts, for some reason, you know, for real, for some reason, I just feel like, um, I, I don't know. How can I say this? Like, I feel like whatever we put in our cell phones isn't necessarily just for our viewing, if that makes sense. Like, I don't believe that. I'm sorry, not sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who, you know what I'm saying, find it strange or weird. It just is what it is. So, like, for instance, y'all know I say I want to do stand up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I tell y'all I want to do stand up. Just one time. You know what I'm saying? One time for the mind. And if I like it, it is what it is, or what, right? I just want to do a little 3-minute, little 5-minute set. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, my jokes, I would never put my jokes in my phone. Because for some reason, I just feel like they can get stolen, if that makes sense. I don't care. Like, that's how I feel. It is what it is. So, like, I would never, ever write my jokes. I'm talking about things that are originally out of my head. I know they didn't come from nowhere else. It's my stuff. I don't like putting that type of stuff in my notes, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I don't care. I don't care. I feel like these cell phones get tricky, okay? So that's why I said write, because I'm going to write. Some stuff I always write down. Some stuff I feel like is better wrote down. Some stuff I feel like is more sacred wrote down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's almost like a diary or your journal. You know what I'm saying? For the folks who journal. You don't do that in your notes, do you? You wouldn't do that. I mean, I could see somebody doing it from their computer and stuff like that, but like that's no. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's better to write it down, and like I'm a handy dandy note girl, y'all, for real. And it'd be so crazy because like that happened to me yesterday, and it happened to me this morning too, and that's crazy. I do not remember what the hell I was thinking about this morning. And it's sad, you know. It's really, really sad. But then again, too, that's when I used to walk around with my notebook with me, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a game at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was for real. So maybe I got to get back to jotting down my thoughts for real. But anyway, this still going to be a good show. So here we go right here. NBA Youngboy. Ooh, pre-marital counseling. You see, the boy needed. He need. Well, he might not. You know what I'm saying? NBA Youngboy might not, because his situation is different. His situation might be special. Okay? And it is what it is. We talking about him today. Today. So shout out to that. And then Nicki Minaj. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about Nicki too. And I'm like, oh man, I feel bad for Nicki. I do. I feel bad for Nicki. And they just be, you see. But shout out to the Barbs though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Barbs the Barbs is like a postal service. The Barbs gonna deliver. You see? Yeah. So shout out to that. Each and every time. They gonna come through for Nicki Minaj. So, you know. But like, oh yeah. Yes, baby. I told y'all yesterday, right? Was that yesterday? I believe that was yesterday. I don't know, you know, it might not be no showdown, but it definitely seemed like it might go down, you see, between B and Nicki, or at least the Beehive and the Bobs. Okay, because yeah, it's getting crazy. It's like Nelly said, a little hot. You see, it just is what it is, getting a little hot. Speaking of literally, like, where's my, there it is. It's getting a little high. Between, like, Nicki ready to pump up the volume. Yeah. Just like a rapper know how. I told y'all. I don't know if she was being funny when she said what she said about starships were meant to fly, but I'm telling y'all that, like, the Beehive had a problem with that. For real, it is what it is. They had a problem with that. They was like, girl, find somebody else to play with. Yeah, so it is what it is. Hopefully, just hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Me and my poop stars ain't never got to go hard up against nobody like that. But if we got to go hard up against somebody like that, y'all better be ready. You see, y'all better be Beehive. Yeah. And Bob ready, okay? Because don't nobody go harder than them. I said just don't nobody go harder than them. Now, anyway, before we get into an official show, I should have paid attention to what time I clicked live, y'all. I said I should have paid attention to what time I clicked live. At 9? At 9? Ugh, that's late. Lord, that's late for me. You see, but it is what it is. I did the best I could. Like, it was like, for real. And I had a damn good morning. You know what I'm saying? I did. Damn good morning. It wasn't stressful at all. So, yeah. Shout out to that. Anyway, now I wish I would have had an energy drink, though. That's the only thing. I wish I would have had an energy drink. I'm going to have to get me one late. I hate drinking them late. It is what it is. I'll tell you one thing. If I can't sleep, I'm just going to be looking at y'all. You see? It just is what I'm going to be on here ready to look at y'all. I said I was going to be on here ready to look at y'all. So anyway, it's time for me to get my eyebrows done. If all you people that do services, like, I want y'all to watch y'all mouth. Like, just watch y'all mouth. Like, I can't explain it, but this is the thing. I don't like feeling like a lick. Yeah, shout out to that. I don't like feeling like a lick. I don't. So, like, when I come to get services from you, I don't want to hear nothing about, like, how long it's been, or, like, you expect to see me, like, every 2 weeks, like, I'm like, like you depending on my funds. Like, I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that, because I might not want to come every 2 weeks. You see? Yeah. I'll take the step further. Like, I want to come when I want to come. And then sometimes they don't even be knowing what they be talking about. Because I be like, girl, I was just here. Like, shut up. It ain't even been that long. So I think it becomes like, I don't know, like just almost something that they just fluently let out their mouth. And I don't like that. It is what it is. I don't like that. I do not care. You see, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's just something about that, So, yeah. I be like, That's why I be telling them, though. Girl, yeah. Sometimes I even tell them, I've been saving my money. They don't have no comeback for that. None. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. You bitch. You see? You pocket watcher. You leech. Shit. I've been saving my money. Period, girl. It is what it is. Okay? So, yeah. Anyway, and then this morning, I realized, well, I've been there realized. I know this already. But I was like, somebody need to get that cricket out. Yeah, shout out to that. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a idea. You see? Yeah, because that's what I do. Uh just let me know when you're ready for the PO box information so you can send me my sticker though. Just send me my sticker. I need somebody to make me a bumper sticker. I know, for real. I don't even do that type of stuff. But today I thought about it. I was like, I need a bumper sticker. Excuse me, with my favorite saying. I said, because you know, it's my favorite saying, right? Been my favorite saying. But today, as I'm patiently writing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? I need a bumper sticker that say what I like to say. You know what I'm saying? So when you see, when they get behind me, they can see what do you see? Yeah, it just is. You can see what they were. I said so they can just see what they were. And let me tell y'all what my favorite saying is when I'm driving. And this is for real, y'all. And I'm not even no speed demon. I'm not no speed demon. To me, I don't drive fast. You know what I'm saying? But we all know. Anybody that drive knows that just sometimes it's gonna be that slow car. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's gonna always be a slow car. Like it's probably no day in life that I don't encounter a slow car. But anyway, I need somebody to make me a bumper sticker that says, I don't want to cruise with you. You see? Because that's my favorite saying. Because I don't want to cruise with you. I'll be ready to go. I don't know what it is about me, but for whatever reason, it don't matter where I'm going. I'm not going to say I drive like I'm in a rush because I don't. I told y'all, like, I even like to allot extra time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, if it take me 15 minutes to get there, I'm going to leave way more than that. You know, because I don't want to be rushing. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, I like to get to where I'm going fast. It just is what it is. Like, I really don't play when it comes to, you know, traveling, I guess. So, child, I be like ludicrous, okay? Move! Yeah, get out of my way! Get out of my way! Get out of my way! You see, ooh, I ain't lying. Truth be told. So anyway, just a thought. Y'all know I'm gonna share my thoughts with y'all. Period. So anyway, shout out to that. And then listen, this is another thought though, but this is part of the show, okay? Like I told y'all, we talking about Philly. Hold on, the city of Philadelphia. We talking about the city of Philadelphia versus college today. So shout out to that. Now let me tell y'all. Yesterday, I saw a video, okay, of a man who was walking around Philly, right? Man walking around Philly, y'all. And he was showing bags and bags of trash. I mean, just bags and bags and bags and bags of trash. You know what I'm saying? Around Philly, around their neighborhoods, around their blocks, right? And, oh my God. This wheel on my head. This wheel on my nose this morning. But anyway, so the city of Philadelphia, what I found out is they on strike. Okay? They on strike because they feel like they are underpaid out there. Shout out to them. That sounds like my type of people. You know what I'm saying? People that go on strike are my type of people. Just putting that out there, okay? It is what it is. Like, stand for something, or you're gonna always fall short. That is, you know. But anyway, let's continue. So, the city of Philadelphia, the workers are like, no, they want to raise. And something about the mayor, I believe it's their mayor. Wait a minute. Yeah, they mayor. I believe she is their mayor. Let me do my homework. Let me do my research. But she is an African American woman. So shout out to that. And but she only wants to give them, I think, like a 3% raise or something like that. And allegedly they are making 43,000 a year, right? That's what they making. And they not rocking with her raise. They not rocking with what she wants to give them. You see, they just say no. They just ain't going. You see? Yes, Miss Preston Curl. They said that ain't gonna be enough. Okay. Going on back to the drawing board. You see, it is what it is. Now, see, in her position, she's saying she doing the best that she can. She not really feeling like them trying to come at her, about this situation. It is what it is. She said, I be just flat out. She said she not really feeling them like threatening her. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about y'all not gonna vote for me, and I might be a one-term pony. Just type shit, right? And so long story short, they can't come to an agreement. So the trash trucks aren't working. Yeah, it just is what it is. The city of Philly is like, they getting silly. It just is what it is. They ready to get silly behind they money, they moolah, they fatty. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. And I'm like, man, you see, like I said, like that's my type of that's my type of party. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm like, yeah, shout out to them and shout out to this. Like just the bravery in that. The boldness, because this is the thing. I tell y'all all the time. I saw Diddy one time say that, like, he was basically saying that money is power. You know what I'm saying? He did. He said, basically, money is power. And this is what Diddy was saying, right? He was like, and it, like, people do anything for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. Like he said they'll do anything, and like that stuck with me. It did. It stuck with me. And the truth be told, y'all, people, that's the situation. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not. That's the situation that a lot of people be facing every day, right? They just mask it in, I got bills to pay, or I'm making a living, or I'm just an upstanding like citizen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the truth of the matter is money is very controlling. You see? And so like the truth of the matter is jobs, they kinda not sayingly, but like it's not a thing that is said, but to me it's a thing that is done. You see, like, because they be like, if you don't work, you don't eat. So in a way, when people be like, I don't care, you see, this ain't right, and I'm out. I like when people do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, those people are about real change. Those people know that we gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, like some people, like sometimes, man, if you don't say nothing, nothing is going to change. And some people, like I tell y'all all the time, some people ain't with the go along, get along. You got some people who it's okay. Regardless of how bad I'm being treated, like what can I do? I gotta take care of my family. I'm finna go get treated bad again and again and again. And then you got some people who be like, no, hold up. Let me see if it's something I can do to get myself out of this. Let me see if it's something I can do to make these people do right, do better, be better, make the situation better, because this ain't right. It don't even feel right. I love people like that. I love people like that, because to me, that's the only way that change really begins to happen. You know what I'm saying? When you just go with the flow, then it just stays the same. You see? And so I feel like them people that's on strike, you know what I'm saying? I can appreciate the bravery that comes with that, the boldness that comes with that, you know, and just man, just anything and everything you could think of positive. You see what I'm saying? Towards them people, for real. That's how I feel about the situation. Because it take a lot. I can tell you right now. It take a damn lot, you see, to do something like that. And so they doing it. They on strike. They like, pay me better or I'm not working for you no more. And so with that being said, it is trash all over Philly. It looks crazy. Like, it looks nasty. It looks unsanitary. It looks stanky. Okay. So anyway, I saw that yesterday, right? And then I jumped in the comments. Y'all know I love me a good comment section. So here I am, minding my business, scrolling. They see me scrolling. They hate it. Okay. So anyway, I you know, it is what it is. I'm in the comments, right? And so I run across this comment where the lady is like, sanitation is one of the most underpaid jobs. Like, they deserve more. They deserve at least $60K, right? And so then I seen so many people that replied to it. So I clicked to see what they was talking about. And then one person was like, shoot, they probably deserve $100K. Okay. And then I'm reading through the comments, and then here this one person go talking about $100K. Y'all don't even do anything. Like, it doesn't require a real skill. And I'm going to school to be an assistant to a doctor. I'm gonna actually help the doctor with surgeries, and like, I'm out here really saving lives. And I have a college degree. Right. And so this person just kept like commenting, you know what I'm saying? And like throwing that college degree around so much. So I said, okay, I gotta say something. It just is what it is. I finally just gotta say something about this topic. So that's why I called it Philly versus college, right? It is what it is. Let's give it up today. Now, you went to college. Good for you, Miss Preston Curl. But I did see somebody tell the person, like, you're not even wealthy. And here you are trying to look down on somebody. A college degree doesn't give nobody the right to look down on somebody or talk down on somebody. And that I had to agree with. I'll take it a step further too. Because this ain't the very first time that I saw this. That's why I want to go ahead and address it now. First of all, one thing about me, I am never the one, really, for the most part, right, to tell people what they deserve. Like, that's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not into that. I'm not. What they do and what they don't deserve. Okay? Let's start there. Secondly, I feel like college is a scam. Okay? See, I wish I would have wrote this down. Because truth be told, I was writing a long, like when I said I was writing a reply. So shout out to that. And my phone went dead. I was mad. Oh, I was mad. I was mad because I had already got so far. I said I had already got so far. And like it was good. When I say it was good. You know what I'm saying? And so like now I'm just, it's everywhere, here and everywhere. I feel like the what I want to say, I don't even remember like that no more. And the paragraph is just, it's just like broken up. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like scrambled now. But no, for real. Let me get my thoughts out though. The truth of the matter is, this how I feel about college, right? I feel like college is a scam in a way. Okay. To me, that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I find college to be scam like. All right. Because there's just things about college that I feel like that I have questions about, that intrigue me, right? And I feel like until somebody educates me and can like replace that knowledge with the doubts that I have, then I'll just always have them. It just is what it is. And let me tell you how I feel about it. To me, college is kind of scam like, kind of predatory like, and I look at college like it could be a good thing, but it could also be a scam. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, first things first, I don't view college off the rip like a school. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip, to me, the very first thing I see or think of when I think of a college is a business. Okay? It's a business first. You know what a business is set up to do? Make money. Businesses are designed to make money. Okay? Let's start there. So, with that being said, I feel like when people go to college, in a way, I feel like ultimately they are in a sense what's the word I'm looking for? Scammed, kinda. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't the word. And it's almost like overworked, but that's not the word either. It's like they are tricked, kinda, to me, in my most humble opinion. And that ain't the word either, but I'll go with that one for now, right? You know what I'm saying? Just for timing purposes, just to keep this thing rolling like a bus, you see. But like, long story short, I feel like with college, they waste people time, right? See, because this is the thing. Just because things are, because you see, you got a lot of people, okay? You got a lot of people who be like, that's just the way it is. And they'll run with that. See, me, I'm the type of person, I'll question why it is, especially if I think it's wrong. You see? And see, the thing with me in college that I think is kind of wrong, and where I don't know who made up where you got to put all these hours and hours and hours in. Like that is so strange to me. You see, that's why I said I feel like it's scam like, because to me, now mind you, I've been to college, period. Community, but it doesn't matter. You see, so can't nobody, you see, it's just what it is. I feel like I like to talk what I know. Okay. I'm just putting it out there. I just got to put that out there for anybody who might need that little FYI. But anyway, okay, so when you go to college, right, they give you a sheet, a sheet full of classes. Frontward, backward. It be full of classes that you got to take, right? A lot of those classes be feeling pointless. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, y'all. So that's to me where it becomes scam like. You know what I'm saying? In a way, in a sense. Not to mention, now see, it's gonna be classes that you gotta take, that you absolutely have to take, right? That first of all, every class on this page you be having to take, really. But there will be some classes that you gotta take that really teach you about your field, if that makes sense. You got okay? You feeling me? You understand what I'm saying? So let's just say, I'm just gonna give an example. Um, God, this is eating me up too because I know I used to have uh I used to have a copy of my prereqs, and I wish I had one right now to show y'all what, you know what I'm saying? But let's just give an example, right? Let's say that, let's say for somebody to get their college degree, they have to take 200 classes to get this certain degree, right? I feel like 100 of those classes is just a whole lot of who pop John. Just a lot of blowing smoke up your butt. Just a lot of wasting your time. Just a lot of stress for nothing. Just a lot of studying for nothing. Just a lot of money that you have to pay for. Come on now, you got to pay for it out of your pocket for nothing. And then the other 100 classes really teach you and are related to your field. I feel like college sends you through a lot of hoops and hurdles that you don't really got to go through. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what it is right there. That's what it is right there. Like, they have you in speech classes, all kinds of classes that don't necessarily really make a lot of sense. To me, they just be trying to prove that you're smart. I mean, they want you to think that they're trying to prove how smart you are. But why not just, first of all, it does. It has an admission type of test. So why not just give me an admission type of test and then just let me do the things, the classes that I really need to learn? You know what I'm saying? Like, they have you go through all these classes, you know, and it's just, it seems so crazy to me, y'all. It seems so crazy, so unfair, so outlandish to me. You know what I'm saying? It does. It does. It does. It does. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, right? In the medical field, right? For people who deal with medicine, it's going to be different classes that you're going to have to take for that. Why not just let them take that? But see, they'll have you take that, and then outside of that, before you even get to that, it's going to be a whole lot of other math classes. For what? It just don't make a lot of sense to me. Now, one thing I learned when it comes to trades, I like trades because trades, unlike degrees, okay, they are way more technical. Like the class is what you really need to know for your trade. Like, usually, it's really usually exactly what you need to know for your field. Like, it's nothing extra. It's nothing that makes you feel like, how is this related? You see? And when you go to college, you're going to deal with a lot of classes that don't really seem related to your field. All right? So that's why I feel like college is somewhat predatory. You know, it just is what it is. I feel like it it could have been designed differently. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's harder for no reason at all. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You see, to me, it should not take. That's the thing. Like I said, I don't know who idea it was to feel like, okay, this degree is gonna take 4 years, which truthfully, like your core classes that really teach you something about a specific field, right? Might only be 2 years. So then the other 2 years is just all these other classes of just you proving yourself, stressing yourself, and spending money. And I don't agree with that system. Right? I don't agree with that system, and I don't necessarily believe in how it's ran. Okay? So that's why, not just that reason though, outside of the fact that a lot of people come out of college and can't even find jobs, that is another reason why I understand why people opt out. And when I say people, me too, me included. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those people. That's why I opt out of college. I don't necessarily believe in college like that. And I'll take it a step further. Remember, I told y'all when I was a kid, I wanted to be a judge. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's something specific. Like, yeah, I don't, now today, I don't have a specific, you see? So that's why college wasn't for me. You know, now some people be like, I want to be an attorney. Um, you know, or what else? I mean, like, specific. I want to be a biologist. Or I mean, a marine, what's that called? Or I want to be a scientist. You know, it's like some careers are so specific and you know exactly what you got to do to get there, right? I didn't have that, so for me, I'm the type of person, I was going to need that motivating factor, you know what I'm saying, to go to school and really do my thing in school. So, with that being said, like, that's how I feel about college, right? Now, to get back to Miss Preston Curl's point, I feel like college is a choice. You chose to go, just like some people choose not to. So now, why are you sitting around worried about what somebody who didn't go to college should or should not be paid? Like, that's just weird to me. It's strange to me. It's like, worry about yourself. Like, I just noticed that people with college degrees, they tend to sit around and worry about what the folks who didn't go to college is making on their paychecks. And, like, that's weird to me. I don't agree with that. Like I said, college was a choice. You choose to do it. Now be happy with your choices and worry about yourself. Hell, I mean, it is what it is. Now, I get it. I could see how somebody that went to college could be like, well, dang, why would a trash truck driver make the same amount as me and they didn't have to go to college? Hey, it doesn't have to be fair. It just has to be what it is. Like, but to me, that's not for you to sit around and worry about. Because, like, people that don't have college degrees, I don't never see them really worried about y'all and what y'all making like that. For the most part, all we be thinking is that, dang, it's hard for y'all to find a job sometimes. But I mean, to sit around and tell somebody what they deserve on their job is annoying to me. Like I do not like when people do that. I hate when they do that. Like anytime somebody asks for a raise on their job, here's somebody with a college degree come talking about, well, they don't deserve it. They didn't go to school. They need to go to school. Da 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 da. No, 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 no. The truth of the matter is, the way the world is set up and designed, we're all underpaid, if you ask me. Okay? That's everybody, college people included. But you don't have people who didn't go to college critiquing every single step that they make or whatever they got going on. It's just like, it's so inappropriate to me, you know? So the next time, and I do mean this, the next time, you college folks, for real, the next time that you see a post about a worker, you know what I'm saying, requesting more money on a job, just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Like that's what I would, that's the advice that I would offer, you know? Because to me, it just ain't your business. You know, it's really not. It's not your business. It's not your business to worry about that. It's too many things in the world. In my most humble opinion, it's too many things in the world and about the world, you know, to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? Besides watching somebody else's bank account, you know, you decided to be a doctor's assistant, Miss Pressing Curl, you know? Like, you didn't want to be a trash truck driver. So why now are you concerned about what the trash truck driver is making? That's not your business. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. That is not your business. It's really not. It's not, it's not, it's not. And I'll take it a step further. It's not your place either. You know? Now I believe in standing up for what's right, you know, but if that's the case, then it sounds like you need to be arguing about your own paycheck, because obviously you feel like it's not big enough, right? Because now you got to turn around and worry about the trash truck driver basically making more money than you know, or at the same, you know. And like, I get it. I get it. I get it. It's not supposed to be that way, but still. Like the same reason why you don't jump in Beyonce's comments and tell Beyonce that she shouldn't be making more money than you without a college degree. Leave the trash truck drivers alone too. You see? Yeah. Cause your college degree don't make you eligible. It don't. It doesn't create, it doesn't give you the permission to then turn around and say, oh, well, all of these people don't have a college degree and they shouldn't be making X, Y, Z. No, no, Miss Preston Curl, that is not what came with your degree. You know what I'm saying? Your degree came with a paycheck, right? I mean, at the end of the day, right? It came with a paycheck. Just like the trash truck worker. At the end of the day, it's a paycheck. Like, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. All right, Miss Preston Curl. Okay. All right, Mr. Preston Curl. This is for everybody with a college degree that feels the need to stop what they doing. I mean, they just stop. Yeah, they just be like, just stop the car. You see? And they just have to That's right. They just get so distracted about what people without a degree is making. And that that kind of tells me a little something. That means you're not necessarily happy in some way, some shape or form. Whether it goes back to what I was saying, maybe you feel like you paid too much for college, maybe you feel like you're now in debt. Maybe you feel like you might have got scammed a little. Okay, you see? Okay. And now you on the trash truck driver head. Like, no. You see, no. Let him do whatever he feels like he needs to do that's best for him and his family. You ain't got to worry about it, Miss Preston Curl. You don't. All you got to worry about is your own life and your own situation. I'm telling y'all right now, I do not like when they do that. Okay, I do not like when they do that. It grinds my gears. Because like I said, you ain't in Wendy Williams' comments talking about how dare you make more money than me without a college degree. Like, do you know how many people it is that make more money than you, sister girl, without a college degree? Like, it's going to always be somebody making more than you without a college degree. You see? So, like, listen, I know they might have promised you that college is like, yeah, all of those jobs only make such and such and such and such. So in order to make such and such and such and such, you got to go to college. See, they fed you that. You bought it. It is what it is. Live with your decisions. You can't be critiquing other people, though. Hold on. Tiffany said, my auntie is one of those judgmental people. Kills me. She the only one that doesn't like me out of the whole family. She got to be miserable and want company. Laugh out loud. I can't let her get to me. She is bitter. You meant to put bitter? Yeah. People be extremely, but like, no, I don't, you see, I don't like that. This is the thing. We all make our own choices and paths and what's the word I'm looking for? Walks in life, right? And with that being said, like, I understand people like, okay, if you want to make a certain amount of money, you got to do da 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 da. But like some people are like, no, like, my job is underpaying me. It is what it is. You can't be upset when a regular worker without a college degree looks around and says, damn it, I'm not being paid my worth. It just is what it is. Because at the end of the day, you have to understand that people be struggling to pay the bills. People be struggling to pay these bills. You have to understand that really, half of us don't feel like bills is a fair part of life. You see? So like nothing, let me say something. I know it might seem like it's not fair, but baby, listen, fair is a place that you go get cotton candy. Yeah, so shout out to that. Like, nothing in life will be fair. It just is what it is. But like, don't knock these people for standing up for themselves if they feel like they're standing up for what's right. It just is what it is. You cannot do that. A side hustle can bring in more money. Yeah, than a college degree. A side hustle, yeah. Let me tell you something. Listen, side hustles were like, I feel like they've always been a thing, but they wasn't really, you see, because they want to work. I think they want us to work our fingers down to the bone, truth be told. So like, you're supposed to be tired, right? You're supposed to be so tired that you don't have time to think outside the box, I would say. And anytime you go outside the box is where you begin to do better. You know what I'm saying? For yourself. It just is what it is. Sure. That's the truth. So like, yeah, y'all, I just had to talk that talk, okay? College degrees, the college degree people versus the trash truck drivers in Philly. Like, let them people fight for what they feel like they need to be fighting for. Like, don't step in the way of that. Like, don't get in the way of that. Truth be told, it just is what it is. Like, don't do that, because at the end of the day, so many people are underpaid. That's the truth. That is the truth. You have to understand that. You have to know that. And then they like to turn around and say it's because they got a degree, or it's because they did X, Y, and Z. I mean, it is what it is. Who cares? Why people are in better financial positions? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, that really doesn't have much to do with the fact that paychecks don't cover basic necessities. You know, the paychecks don't cover the basic necessities. That's just the truth. Like, the truth be told, like, most people don't make what they should be making on their job. That's the truth. Okay, it is what it is. That's the truth. And that's why, to me, that's why it's important for us to break these, these barriers down and start thinking outside the box a little bit. Okay, you got to think outside the box. And then meanwhile, back at the ranch, if you gotta go on strike and you can afford to go on strike, I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, because nothing changes if nothing changes. Truth be told. And that's why they starting to get all these robots in here. Okay, because you just dealing with a different type of people today. Like, you got like listen, let me tell you something. Back in the day, I mean way back into time, you see, people just, like, you could control them more. It just is what it is. You could control them way more. Especially with money. Now, I feel like people are getting smarter. Times is changing. They're not controlling the narrative as much as they used to. Yeah, and that's just the truth of the matter. Times are really, 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 really beginning to change. Like, for instance, I just feel like, I feel like maybe like, oh, wait. Let me just say. Hold on, I'm trying to say. Hold on, let me give it a like for instance, I would say like maybe 40 years ago, or I take it a step further, 20, even 20 to 40 years ago, I feel like you had way more people on welfare. Honestly, now I think the welfare system is changing, if that makes sense. I think less and less people are on welfare. For real. I feel like times are changing. I feel like people used to run down to the welfare office. They don't necessarily do that no more. They don't depend on the government no more. You know what I'm saying? People are really, really starting to say, you know what? I'll buy my own food. Yeah, so shout out to that, because y'all do too much at the end of the day. Like, truth be told, the government do too much. They do. They too freaking nosy. They want to know too much. And at the end of the day, this is just my humble opinion. I don't know. I don't have no numbers in front of me, no statistics or nothing. I'm just saying that I feel like times are changing, and I'm seeing the way that they changing. Like, it ain't no different than sports. It ain't no different than sports now. We're going to talk sports in a little bit, though. when we get uh down like Doodoo Brown talking about Angel Reese, okay, in a little bit. But like, yeah, no, the truth of the matter is times is changing. People are changing, you know. And we all looking for better ways. Honestly, if you ask me, this is my most humble opinion. We all are looking for ways to get out of poverty. You know, truth be told, like people just aren't cool with sitting around being in poverty no more. I would say it ain't cool with just sitting around uh getting one little paycheck no more. You know, cause like that's how I am. Like I don't want no one paycheck. Yeah. Soon as it come in, I'm on to the next. Mm, mm. As soon as it come in and I know I can maintain it, I'm on to the next. I don't want to give all of my time to an employer no more. Like, see, I don't really see a lot of life. Hold on. I don't see the lifestyle that I want or the lifestyle that I want for my kids. It don't reflect that. It don't reflect a 9 to 5. It don't reflect me working so many hours, you know, putting all these hours and hours a week into somebody else's dreams and their grandkids and stuff like that, you know. But like, hey, you know, 50 years ago women wasn't talking like that. 50 years ago people wasn't really thinking about that. They were, but not as much as we are now. You know what I'm saying? Now we want our own stuff. It is what it is. Now we want to take vacations too. It is what it is. Like, no. You know, times are really changing. So why y'all think they got these robots coming? It just is what it is. They got these robots coming. Okay. It is what it is. So like, we're gonna have to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, we just, you know, we're gonna have to be ready for that phase in life too. Okay. But yes. Are you college educated folks? Are you college educated folks? Shout out to you and shout out to that. But like, listen, your degree doesn't give you the right to dictate. It doesn't. Your degree gave you the right to get out and go get you a paycheck. Okay? Go get you a paycheck. And don't worry about nobody else's. That's how I feel about it. That's the truth of the matter, for real. The same reason why you ain't bothering Beyonce. Don't bother the trash truck worker. It just is what it is. He wants more money without a college degree. Yeah, you want the truth, you're going to have to be able to handle it over here, Miss Preston Curl. The truth of the matter is, the company that he worked for, they can afford to pay him. They can. They can afford to pay him more. It's just going to cut out of their profit a little more. But it doesn't matter. People are tired of others capitalizing off of their hard work. People are tired of others capitalizing off of their hard labor. So they better get them robots down in Philly to drive them trash trucks around if they don't plan on coughing up some more money. You see, because they about to lose a lot of their drivers, okay? That are ultimately putting their foot down. You know what I'm saying? Putting their foot down. It is what it is. Like, I really, really wish them the best. I sure do. I hope they get exactly what they asking for. You know, if not more or if not better, because again, I don't have enough time to sit around and tell the trash truck driver how much money I feel like he deserves on his paycheck. I'll take it a step further. I feel like only the trash truck driver knows deep down in his heart how much his job is really worth. You know, it just is what it is. Like, nobody. Like, and that's the sad thing about these jobs too. Like, the people that sit up at the top, they be like, okay, I'm gonna pay this and such and such and such and such for this. They don't really know how much that job is worth. you know? So how you gonna tell the worker? They don't care. You see, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. As long as their bills is paid, as long as their vacations are paid for, as long as their kids is okay. You see, it's like, but like people are waking up. That's what it is. At the end of the day, people are waking up. You know what I'm saying? They like, yeah. Shout out to that. I'm gonna need some of it. You know, it just is what it is. Not to mention social media happened. So then there that is. Shout out to social media too. Child, you know how many influencers make more than you? Surgical assistant with your degree? Like, girl, lay off of it. It is what it is. That ain't your business. Mm-hmm. That just ain't your business. Um, and it should not be none of your concern. I feel like if a college worker was to find out that a manager at McDonald's was making 100,000 a year, and that college educated person wasn't quite making it, well, damn, now you got a decision to make. Yeah, Miss Pressure Curl, is you gonna either stay in your degree or you gonna go be a manager at McDonald's? Ugh, that's it. You know, but I think at some point y'all start to think and kind of realize that y'all might have been a little bit of, y'all might have been bamboozled as well, you know, because to me, I don't care what nobody say. I said it in the beginning. College folks are scammed, to me, in my most humble opinion. They scammed and they kind of did bad. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, I think they pay way more for their degree. I think they spend way more time and effort on it. Um, you know, and they end up in debt. And then they don't really be satisfied or what's the word I'm looking for? Fulfilled. That's the word I'm looking for. In their careers, you know? And I just keep it real. You got, to me, like, that's a telltale sign that you're not really fulfilled in your career. If you got time to be like, well, wait, how the heck do a sonic worker make what I make? You know, I mean, I could understand somebody being like, that's crazy. That's a goddamn shame. You know, and that's just it. That's just it. Not necessarily, you know. I mean, yeah. Well, if you want to protest about it, but not like finding the sonic worker and being like, "How dare you? How dare you make what I make? You don't even go to school. You should not be making what I make to flip burgers." You know, like, girl, calm down. It's all right. Worry about yourself. It's gonna be all right. I promise you. Like, keep, you know, keep, health is wealth. You in the healthcare field, you should know that. Like, keep it together, Miss Preston Girl. You see, don't overwork your blood pressure worried about the trash truck drivers in Philly. So anyway, shout out to them and shout out to that. Yes, I had to go long on it because sometimes when things are you know, like, if it's something I like, right? And then I'm going in. So shout out to that. Now anyway, so next, first of all, so anyway, Dwight Howard. Hold on. Amy, I think Lucci is how you say her name. Don't get me started, you see. And I did not plug up my laptop, but I might. I just might. Or I might go get my son stuff. But anyway, Amy. Okay, Dwight Howard's Amy. His wife, Amy, is leaving. She's leaving, okay, after a little bit amount of marriage. Like, they just got married. I don't think it's even been 6 months. You see, like they just got married. They are in their honeymoon phase. Supposedly, right? Child, but she already divorcing this man. And I'm like, take the what, Anita? What? Not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not gonna tell y'all why. Now, first of all, today's word of the day: premarital counseling. Okay, it is what it is. Like, hold on. Oh, my back feels some type of way. Let me see how I feel if I sit back. It's hot. Hot too. So there that is. Hold on. It's hot. All right. 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 So anyway, they didn't fight. She filing for a divorce. She leaving Dwight Howard. And I'm like, okay, girl. Mm-hmm. Like we first of all, we are not shocked. We're not shocked at all. Now, surprised that this is happening so soon? A little. I'm like, girl, what happened? Like, what really happened? Because, like, you know, she was just in paradise, seemingly. That's why I do not like all of that. Like, don't show me no fake lifestyle. Don't show me no fake lifestyle at all. Just please don't. I don't like that type of stuff. Mm, mm. You know, unless you're a content creator or something like that, and I don't think that's what they was. I don't think that's what him and her had going on. Mm, mm. Child. So anyway, this lady, you see, is leaving. Yeah, it is what it is. She leaving. She said she leaving the White House. She got to go. She don't want to leave, but she gotta go right now. Yeah, and she ain't coming back to hold you down, Dwight. Okay. It is what it is. Like, yeah, you know how bad. Like, hold on. Let me just say this. I believe in premarital counseling. You see, I do. I feel like go learn you something. Please, you see, before you get married. That's one. And then two, can you know your spouse? Like, I'm gonna need y'all to know each other. Okay. Now, like I said, I do believe in premarital counseling. I did it. Shout out to that. Yeah, I did. And I cannot say it helped me. Although I cannot say it helped me. But I will say this though. If I was a marriage counselor, if I was a marriage counselor, I would recommend premarital counseling, just because to me you need to talk to somebody about like what to expect a little bit. And let me just tell y'all this. Truth be told, to me, this is my most humble opinion. Your first 1 to 5 years of marriage will be challenging. Okay, it just is what it is. Like, it's, first of all, the first year is gonna be crazy. That's just my opinion. Okay, it's just my opinion. My most humble opinion. Yeah, truth be told, cause and you want to know why I think that? Honestly, I think it's because the devil. Mm-hmm. Yep, I do. I think he be hard at work because he doesn't want to recognize y'all union. He does not want it to last. He wants y'all to go back to being sinners. They like to do the hanky panky. You see, he don't want y'all to be married. So I feel like in my hearts of our hearts, when y'all first get married, there's gonna be like a whole lot of confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, when you first get married, it's gonna be a whole lot of confusion. Like I said, confusion and drama. Like after every down at every first of all, you're gonna argue. It is what it is. You're gonna argue. But for whatever reason, after you get married, because it's a spiritual thing, to me, the arguments be like intense. Like they're gonna feel more intense, but they really not. They're just gonna feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But again, because it's trying. In my opinion, I feel like the devil is working to tear you guys apart. You see, uh, every year after every year, you get stronger. I feel like your marriage and your relationship will get stronger. You know, husband, wife, and God. You know, but you just got you. Let me tell you something. One thing about it, marriage is something that you got to fight for, baby. That's the truth. You gonna have to fight. Mm, mm. Cause then you gotta ask yourself, is this something that I really want? You know, I recommend it. Of course I do. I recommend marriage. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. I do think that it's like I feel like it's next level, you know, if that makes sense. I feel like, you know, it is what it is. I just feel like there's levels to, uh, I think there's levels to life and situations and relationships. And, you know, I do feel like that, I feel like it's almost like if it was a stage, right? I do feel like marriage is the ultimate stage to me, you know, or the grand finale. Like I just feel like that's where you want to go. I don't know how to explain it. It is what it is. But I'm not knocking people who don't believe in marriage, who don't want to get married, or none of that. Okay, it just is what it is. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not the type of person that believe that it's just a piece of paper. I don't believe that. That's stupid and that's crazy to me. It's so much more than a piece of paper. Instead, like if you get married, to me, you'll realize that it's a lot more than a piece of paper, if that makes sense. I can't explain it, but it's definitely like it's some type of powerful force that you feel. I can't even explain it, child, but it's the honest to God truth. But I'm just telling you from experience, from personal experience. A lot of marriages end in the beginning because they don't be ready to do the work. They don't be willing to do the work. They don't be willing to be like, okay, you know what? I love you. Um, I'm upset, you know, but I don't want a divorce, you know, because I feel like in my hearts of our hearts, I feel like, you know, down there after every other argument, they gonna be like, you know, something gonna be in your ear, somebody, leave this person. Just leave this person. Just leave. You can do better. You know what I'm saying? Like now, all of this stuff that you never felt, never really felt before you got married is you starting to feel now. You know, it just is what it is. That's how I feel about it. So I believe that Amy and Dwight should have did them some premarital counseling. It just is what it is because like if you hear somebody say it like I just said it, it's gonna be a challenge. It's not gonna be easy. Then you know what to look for. You know what to feel. You know what I'm saying? You almost like you know how to play it almost. You know what I'm saying? Makes it a little bit easier to deal with some of the challenges and stuff like that because it's gonna be a challenge, you know. Um, and like yeah, it is what it is. I just feel like you're better equipped if that makes sense because I can tell you right now. Now I can't speak for every situation. Like some situations, you know, like you just know that you need to get out of it, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the like the little petty stuff, you know, the petty arguments. Why you didn't take the trash out? or you don't cook enough, or the house wasn't clean, or don't talk to the kids like that, or just the little stuff, like the little everyday to day arguments, you know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, when you married, they feel more intensified for whatever reason. I feel like people need to know that. Okay, if I was a marriage counselor, that's what I would tell people off the rip, so they wouldn't give up so soon. Because the minute people be giving up so soon, I'll be like, Satan got to him. It just is what it is. And I take it a step further too. I think that's why some people be married, get divorced, and then end up getting married again. Because the second time, they'll be willing to put in a little bit more fight. It just is what it is. But like, if neither one of them, like, I don't know. I just feel like they should have hung in there a little longer. If it wasn't no real bad stuff, if you ask me, they just throwing in the towel too soon. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Because it can't be the rumors about Superman, because we all been and heard about the Superman. You see? It just is what it is. So, I thought Dwight had really found the woman that was loving him for him. Because who knows? Like, who knows? Maybe they had a conversation. Maybe, they were sure talking like they had hold on, talking like they had the support of God. You know what I'm saying? With them, and all up in their marriage and their relationship, their situation. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that he had like a woman that that like he could really, really talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about whatever that talk need to look like. Hey, I have been with guys in the past, you know what I'm saying, whether it be consensual or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, just lay it all out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be with a woman. It is what it is. I'm not confused. I'm not bi. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying some of the stuff that like a man could possibly say to, to a woman to, get her to agree, to be in a relationship with him, or even a step further, in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna take it a step further. If I just feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had. That's just too big of a rumor to me. Oh, and let me take it a step further, for real. Let me talk about Devin Franklin real quick while I'm talking about that. Pastor Devin Franklin, okay? The one who used to be a pastor. He used to be a pastor, but now he acts. So he caught a lot of flack on social media yesterday, right? Because he was playing a role of somebody on the down low. And it was so many women there was so many women in the comments that was like, have you ever heard of an actor? Like, he acts. It's an act. Let me just say this. I don't think that no straight man is going to take the role of a gay guy or a bi guy unless he's actually bi. Okay. Or he wrestles with those thoughts and ideas. I mean, it just is what it is. In my hearts of all hearts, I do not believe that he, as a straight man, would take that role. Okay? So maybe that's why he not with Megan Good no more. I don't know. I'm not saying that's why. I said maybe. Okay, that could be the situation. Now, remind you, this is Tyler Perry, right? Tyler. I don't know who needs to hear this over there at Tyler Perry Studios, but like right now, you need to lay off of that. It just is what it is. Lay off of anything that got to do with the S word. Okay? So shout out to that. Yeah, just real quick. But like I was also saying though, when it comes to Dwight Howard, we have to know that there are women, okay, that are willing to be with a man who is into men as well, you know? So who knows if Amy is that woman. But if she was, Dwight gonna have to find another one because Amy says she is out the door with it, okay? And she's asking for privacy really at this time while she just, figures her life out. So it is what it is. Shout out to Amy. I don't know much about Amy. As a sports girl, I mean, I do know about Howard, So it is what it is. Shout out to them both. Then anyway, after that, let's talk about Angel Reese. Because speaking of sports, Angel Reese. So speaking of sports, Angel Reese gets disrespectful, okay? Real disrespectful. With a coach. Like I was telling y'all earlier, child. So, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me charge up my stuff. Real quick. So I told y'all I found the, hold on. I gotta put this up, y'all, because when I tell y'all, hold on 1 second. When I tell y'all, now y'all know. Ooh, I told y'all yesterday, I'm always in a half top, baby. The half top is half topping today. So hold on, let me, ooh. Yeah, because I wasn't trying to let it all hang out. Not today. It is what it is. Shout out to that. Let me put my laptop on the charger because I think I might need it. I think I might need it, y'all. So hold on. Oof. Ugh. I need. All right, hold on. Yeah, like Young Dog said, hold up. Yeah, you see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So anyway, shout out to that. I said shout out to that. Child, listen. Yeah. Like Gunna said. Getting into some things. I said we just getting into some things today. Okay. Hold on. Oh shit. Here we go. I said we coming around the mountain. Yes, ma'am, baby. Hold on, y'all. Try to get my stuff hooked up before I go dead. I did my stuff hooked up before it go dead. Hold on. There it is. Now, if I can just get it where it won't fall. Yeah, because I don't need it to all fall down. Yeah, and yeah, like Selena Johnson said. Yeah, because my shirt is cropped up. So shout out to that. Anyway, China. I know when people see me, they be like, where's she going in this crop top? About my business. You see? Yeah, shout out to that. About my business. Mm, mm. Where they thought I was going. Anyway, so Angel Reese, y'all, real quick, different type of athlete. I told y'all, I don't know what they gonna do with this generation Moran. See, mm, mm. Cause see, the truth be told, back in the day, right? Like I said, back in the day, you know, a dollar used to make people holler, honey boo boo. It just is what it is. But I feel like times have changed. You know, truth be told, I feel like times have changed. Uh, it is what it is. Like I feel like now, when it comes to sports, these kids be like, shit, I'll make that doing nothing. You see, it just is what it is. Like I can't explain it, but you can't just do this and make somebody chase behind it all day like you used to. You see, it just is what it is. I like, let me tell you something. Me personally, I love that for my people. Yeah, so shout out to that. I just love it for my people. Um, although I will say I didn't agree with what Angel Reese did to her coach, though. It is what it is. I thought it was disrespectful, and I do feel like no matter what, you gotta respect people, you know. But like I was telling y'all though, you know, they just dealing with a new, they just dealing with a new type of athlete. It is what it is. They are. I don't know what they gonna do. I'm sure it's something. You see, I'm telling you right now, I'm sure it's something. Like they, you know, they meeting. You know what I'm saying? They having board meetings right now, probably all around the world, getting ready for this. So you know, you know, I would say it would be time for us to do the same. It just is what it is. It's time for us to do the same. Cause yeah, we got to be ready. You gotta, you know, we got to be ready. So it is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if um I just wouldn't be surprised if like the pay changes. You know, that's really all I could think of. Maybe the pay might come down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, you got less kids wanting to play sports these days. It just is what it is. I mean, hey, I'm just going out for them keep saying that the NBA's uh viewership is down, you know, and the only thing that I can think of is times is changing and you are not controlling families, households, um minds, you know, anymore by having kids, you know, stare at the TV, look at the TV and wish to want to be on a team one day. You know, I just feel like that's changing. You know, times are changing very, 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 very drastically. Now I do feel like that, like people, you will always have people in sports, you will always have people who put their children in sports, you will always have sports lovers, okay? But I definitely feel like the control, okay, over the narrative isn't as strong as it used to be. It just is what it is. Um, so then you get athletes, you know, like Angel Reese, you know, and John Moran, who are just more vocal. You know what I'm saying? More vocal about their feelings. You just like, you know, you're not gonna control me with a paycheck. I'm not gonna bite my tongue because of this paycheck, you know. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. Because I don't think the robots will be able to entertain us like that. But hey, I don't know. You see, I just really don't know. Because I'm sure it's somewhere right now working on a jump shot. But anyway, child, after that, let's move on, I guess. And let's go ahead and talk about Mia X. So Mia X, who never comes out and says nothing. Shout out to Mia X, from No Limit. I was trying to think if Mia came from a group or something, but I don't think so. It is what it is. She was just signed to No Limit. But yeah, No Limit's first lady, Mia X over there, like, listen, you know, it's them quiet ones you got to worry about sometimes. You just push them too far. And like, truth be told, Mia X just recently missed some type of show, okay, because there was some type of communication breakdown between her and Master P. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the breakdown was, and I'm not sure exactly what the issue was. I know that, Mia, she want her coin, right? She want her coin. So something about, like, she had a performance fee that wasn't met. The performance fee wasn't met. So long story short, I feel like they did something, some type of show, right, that Mia should have been at. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of them, like, reunion type of things. And they did a show without her. Okay, long story short. And like, I don't know if they were trying to blame Mia, but Mia was like, no, what y'all not gonna do is do that, right? And I know she's been putting a couple of statements out since this whole deal happened. And I say the last one, which I should have got, hold on. Matter of fact, y'all, hold on. Y'all, hold on real quick. I'm gonna go see about it. Okay. So shout out to that. I'm gonna go see about that. Let me go see if I'm gonna go get this iPad so I can try to pull up the statement for y'all. Okay, hold on. Woo. Trying not to knock my stuff over. I'm like, okay, please, can I use your stuff? I'll bring it right back. Hold on. Okay. Mm. Mm. Okay. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Okay. Yeah, but long story short, though, I know she basically was saying, like, don't play with me. Do not play with me. She said, basically, because I aired out. That's what it's, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, me and X told Master P quit playing. You see? Um, hmm, hmm. Let me see. That's what it was. Okay, so it was a farewell performance, and they said it was heavily promoted, but I didn't get nothing. You see, then nobody's had me to promote it on my Instagram, on my blog, which is my comment section. But anyway, they said it was heavily promoted. It's his farewell appearance, which I did just recently hear about. Like, I guess Master P for to quit rapping. Hold on. Mia was mad. She was mad. She said, like, quit playing with me. But before I see, I don't think this is it. This is just oh Master P. See, Master P ain't right. He know he ain't right sometimes. In fact, he be left. He be left. He be to the left, to the left. He said, well, hold on. He said she can perform or she cannot perform, but like this isn't a no limit reunion. It's not a reunion show, he said. Mm, they wrong for that. They wrong for that. Talking about the only other people that was supposed to, like perform, that was announced to perform, is his brother Silk the Shocker, Drew Hill, and Carrie Hilson. But it's like, well, I guess I get it. I guess I get it, child. Because I'm like, well, why? Okay, why would you pay them instead of Mia X? But I guess I get it. Master P, like, don't nobody want to hear from Mia? I guess he was like, if you want to perform, you're going to be performing for free. And Mia wasn't going. She wasn't doing that. So, anyway, I was trying to find, hold on. I'm trying to find what she said after that. Because after that, she said, like, quit playing with me before I get upset for real. See, hold on. I can't find it because hold on. They don't have, I'm not finding articles about it. I'm only finding like people talking about it, and yeah, I'm not finna get my stuff, get in trouble with my stuff, all of that. Hold on. She said though, they said she was performing though without her consent. She went off though. It is what it is. She went off. And when I do find a statement, I'll end up coming back and giving it to y'all. It is what it is. Cause I saw where Mia talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I saw what she talked about it. And I know what I saw what she basically kind of like almost sent the I don't want to call it a threat, but that's what it was, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Almost like quit playing with me before I really say something that you really don't want me to say. And so with that being said, that just led me to believe that like everything that people been saying, not everything, but some of the stuff that people been saying about Master P kind of like not being the best businessman, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? My bad, P, if it ain't true, but it is what it is. I feel like I didn't heard enough to kind of believe enough. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like, so, yeah. Anyway, let's continue. But again, let's go ahead and put out the word of the day. Today's word of the day is going to be premarital counseling. Okay, get y'all some. Get y'all some. Y'all get everything else, right? You get everything else, right? I'm telling you, you need it. Like, listen, the truth of the matter is, it don't matter. Like, you can get premarital counseling from um a professional. You can get premarital counseling from a friend. You know, you could get I just gave y'all some premarital counseling. Yeah, click rewind. It is what it is. Very insightful. Uh, because it's the truth of the matter. That's what I would tell any couple. Like, be ready. You know what I'm saying? Be ready. You just have to be ready. You gotta be able to love through the challenges. Okay, you cannot give up. I recommend you just don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, 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 hey. Good morning. It's the morning time. Yeah, good morning. But like, yeah, like I recommend premarital counseling. It could come from anywhere. Even if you just, sit a couple of uh married folks down. Because like I said, I my husband and I, we did go through premarital counseling, and it was with some professionals. But like, I don't, I cannot really remember anything that they said that really that really stuck with me. Besides the fact that they didn't live together, like they didn't even live together. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, word of the day is y'all get y'all some premarital counseling, period, before y'all decide to do it for real. Cause it's a beautiful thing, but like you need to be like informed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like it's something that you should just go into blindly, So a professional, your grandparents, um, maybe somebody that you admire, you know what I'm saying, who you feel like has a successful marriage, or even a pastor, even your pastor, that's a good place too. So anyway, y'all, word on the curb is though, Jello. Leangelo Ball, okay, it has filed for a divorce. It's crazy. Boy, we didn't even know you was married. Boy, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like, boy, nobody even knew you was married. So you don't need to be leaving the marriage. I'm serious. Like, I like Jello Bow had, has allegedly married the young lady that he's with. Okay. Her name is Rashida. And first of all, first of all, hold on. I'm not sure how long he was with Nicki. Let me see. But he has two babies with Nicki, right? One of them was down there newborn when he ended that relationship, and that's like kind of a red flag. It just is what it is. That's a red flag. Now, I will say this though. I feel like it could be an unfair. Don't come for me. I kind of feel like it could be an unfair red flag a little bit though, right? Because like at the end of the day, a lot of people be like, "Oh, he ain't it," right? For leaving his kid's mother with some little bitty babies like that. But in all fairness, y'all, or just taking a second glance at it, y'all. Should he really be in a relationship that's unhealthy? Just because it's small kids involved. Um, do you stay somewhere that you're not really happy? when just solely because there's small kids involved, or do you just move on and do what's best for yourself, right? Take care of your own mental health and do the best you can to co-parent. Which one? Which one? Because at the end of the day, I understand. I would say I understand both sides. Um, it just is what it is. I would say I understand both sides. But at the end of the day, um, he now when I think about it though, as I read this, they did say that Nicki said that he left her for another woman. Now that is a huge red flag. That's just crazy. She did say that. She said he left her for another woman, and he said that there was another baby on the way. So like, yeah, just please erase everything I said. Because like he just, yeah, he did not do things the way he should have did things. In other words, you didn't even, so like you didn't walk away for you, and just because you just was really unhappy in a relationship, which might be true. I do think that's true. But you had something else going on. Like, you can't do that. Okay, you can, but it's a character flaw, if you ask me. Okay, something wrong with your character a little bit. Um, but yeah, he filed for a divorce, and we didn't even know he was married. So these people should have had some premarital counseling. These people is probably giving up too soon. And marriage isn't about that. It's not. Like it's not a game. It's not uh and that's why the vows are there. They put in place. They telling you the reasons why. um they telling you how important this is, and telling you like, listen, really, it ain't that many ways out. But if you do need to get out, here is the reasons why you can. And I think it's only really one, and I think it's cheating. And I don't think that woman cheated on him. I don't think that woman cheated on him. Could I be wrong? Yes, but not the way she be running behind him, or let me say walking. It is what it is. Like she seems happy to be there. Really happy to be there. Ain't no way she cheated. I don't know. And then married. Married. So you want us to think that a married woman, a newlywed bride cheated? No, I don't think so. I'll take it a step further. A newlywed pregnant woman cheated? I don't believe that. You see, I just don't believe that. Um, I believe what I just told y'all, what I've been telling y'all throughout this whole live. The devil got involved, got to him, and he had a weak moment. I tell y'all, I'm telling y'all. See, this is the thing. If somebody who is not married listens to what I said, and then when they get married, I bet you, how much you want to bet? Any kind of money, they're going to be like, oh, this is what she was talking about. This is what she was talking about. Like, why am I, like, this is feeling hard. This feels different than when we was just boyfriend and girlfriend. Any kind of money. Any kind of money I'm willing to bet. So this man is filing for a divorce. Now it said that he broke up with Nicki in February. So like, how long? Like in other words, they must have pulled the Kevin Gates. That other girl. Cause like, how in the hell? Hold on, let me go back. Is that right? Was that right? Hold on. Now why they keep doing that? They keep acting like, hold on. Yeah, yeah, that's what it says. It says, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Maybe I read that wrong. Okay, in February, it was right. In February 2025, he left his first baby mama and got with her. So these people ain't even been married 6 months, and they already ready to throw in the towel. Like crazy. Get y'all some premarital counseling. And I'll take it a step further. Know each other. Know each other. Just like, I mean, even if it's just a little bit. You see, I recommend y'all know each other a little bit better than that too. Like, cause to be married less than a year is crazy. You see. Mm-hmm. And Jello, I'm starting to think you the problem. Yeah, it just is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, like Gunna said. I think it's you. You see, it might be something going on in your inside part. But I definitely think you need to get that checked out. Okay. So you just don't keep hurting others, I would say. Um mm, mm. I definitely think it's him. Okay. And I take it a step further. I also think that he might be a little mad. I think he might be picking a little bit because uh I don't know. It seems like because she announced that she pregnant. I just in my hearts of our hearts, but I don't know. That don't make a lot of sense either. If I had to guess, they probably just over there arguing, you see? And it's getting to him. He like, wait, this was a mistake. That's what a lot of people keep thinking right out the rip, right out the bat. Oh, TMZ had dropped that thump. They got married in March. 4 months. Child, that's sad. Irreconcilable differences, he says. Mm, mm, mm. Just days after she announced that she was pregnant. See, that made me feel like something was going on. Maybe she rushed. Maybe maybe she rushed to announce it too. Because at first I was thinking, okay, maybe for career purposes, he just didn't want her to announce it. Just baby, let's not just announce it. Like, I know Nicki told the world that you was pregnant, but right now ain't nobody saying nothing. Don't nobody really know you pregnant. Like, for my career, right? And for business purposes, like, let's just keep everything private. You know what I'm saying? The baby, the marriage, let's just keep it private. Like, now isn't the time to announce it. Maybe he didn't want to announce it, but I don't know. I don't know. Something tells me that that's not the case. Not after I didn't thought of this other situation. I feel like they were arguing, they were getting into it, and like, he was threatening, you know what I'm saying, to file for a divorce. And before he could file, she went ahead and announced that she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay. He like, she beat him to the punch. It is what it is. She beat him to the punch. She was able to announce her pregnancy before he could get the divorce. And yeah, in that case, you know, make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It definitely makes him look bad. You know, and any woman that gets with him, I feel like she gonna be there for a good time, not for a long time. Either that or she gonna be on the younger side. Because the truth be told, any woman, I mean real woman, you know what I'm saying, that's looking for more than just a funky good time. She not finna give him the time of the day. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? So it would be interesting. It would be very interesting to see what he does next. I can tell you that right now. Or should I say who he does next? Because damn fool she gonna be. It just is what it is. First of all, I don't even know nobody. You see, nobody. Not even the youngest, dumbest of a woman that will want to deal with all of them little bitty babies. It just is what it is. That boy got a whole lot of little babies. He might as well just focus on himself. That's it. You don't want to be married to your wife no more, whatever. Even though God might say, I got to keep it real, God might just say, you know what? You wait right there. You see? Because I'm coming for you. You know, you just never know. You never know. God might not be pleased with his actions, okay? You know, it just is what it is. He might not be pleased with it with this young fella's actions. I can tell y'all that right now. Because, you know, when you get married, it's like you making an agreement with her, him, and God. God be all up in marriage. It just is what it is. He in it. He telling you he gonna have your back. It's gonna be okay. Love each other. I'm gonna help y'all stick together like glue. You know what I'm saying? Um, when y'all fall short, I'll be there. Y'all are not. You're not alone. You don't have to do this by yourself. You got me now. You know what I'm saying? When you decide to marry this person, it's like you summoned me. I'm here now. I'm all in it. You see, so like, yeah, I don't. He might not be happy, but I don't know the entire situation. But he just might not be happy with this young man here, this young fella here. So I would just tell him to focus on his career. He a brand new rapper. Um, Brand new rapper. Focus on yourself. Focus on your babies. You know, everything gonna be all right. It is what it is, child. Um, I know she's somewhere sliding down a wall. You see a whole wall. Cause one, you know, she only has one child. She only has one child. Her daughter is big. Her daughter is big. Her daughter is a teenager, I want to say. Her daughter is older. Let me just say that. And she said she wasn't quick or in a rush to want to have another baby, you know? Not to mention, to lose a husband is just so devastating too. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? I don't know which one is worse. I guess it would be, well, I guess it would be worse to lose a husband after you've been with him for a long, long time. Yeah, that makes sense. But I do think like to lose your husband as a newlywed is kind of devastating and like a very, very traumatic, dramatic experience that you won't really be able to get over like that either. Ah, I absolutely hate when my lips do that. Mm, mm. Gotta get amen. But anyway, moving on. But word of the day, y'all. Word of the day. If y'all don't listen, if you don't take nothing else that I'm saying to heart, I'm saying this for real. Y'all get y'all some premarital counseling. For real. It helps. I really think it could help. Um, so that's that. Word on the curb is though, uh Jello Ball is already leaving his wife, okay? Just after 4 months of marriage. Jello, I like I want to tell you so bad to just like stay in the light, okay? Like stay in the light, okay? But it is what it is. If you gotta leave, I guess you gotta go right now. You see? So anyway, that's that. And then another one. NBA Youngboy and Jazz. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. You see? Because word on the curb is NBA Youngboy was seen, okay, spotted and dotted. Shout out to that. With Mellow Rex, I believe. Now, first of all, I don't know none of the Rex people. None of them. Not even Daddy Rex. I don't know them. I don't. I said, okay. 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 Y'all finally starting to try to make a girl feel old. It just is what it is. Because I don't know none of the Rex people. Okay? It just is what it is. That's why uh that's why I didn't even really want to speak on the young lady from Chicago. Her name is what? Because I thought this was a tame girl. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see. Let me find a lady from Chicago. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Hold on. I damn near forgot how to spell Chicago. Mm. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, Mellow Bucks. Okay, Mellow Bucks. That's her name. Shout out to her and her people out there in Chicago. I send them my prayers, okay? But her name is Mellow Bucks. My bad, my bad, my bad. Like a bug shot. You see, like a bug shot. Mellow Bugs. Mellow Bugs, Mellow Bugs, Mellow Bugs. Okay. So that Mellow Rags, though, I've been hearing about her too. Not a lot, though. But I have heard about her before. She an artist. I ain't seen her like that, though. I don't see her like that. Let me see. So, Mellow Rags. Okay, Mellow Rags. Okay, this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. You see, this one here. That her. Her. Okay. So, I guess she used to talk to Kodak Black. Right. And, I told y'all, Kodak Black, uh, she ain't got a baby by Kodak, do she? I don't think she do, cause no, I don't think she do, but I don't know, cause Kodak been having kids. Oh, he been having kids. So anyway, I told y'all though, I got stuff everywhere. Kodak Black and NBA Youngboy, the young boys, you see, they remind me of Future, right? Remember I told y'all, Future has a reputation of being with all the girls, all the girls. Future wanted all the women, all of them, all the girls he could have, all the girls that he could find. He wanted them. Okay, it just is what it is. You see. Mm. And I told y'all that NBA Youngboy reminds me so much of Future with that. It just is what it is. NBA Youngboy reminds me of Future. NBA Youngboy wants all the women his age, all of them, all of them, all of them, all of them. Okay, in droves. Okay. And now with that being said, why is this young man married? He's clearly young and like still full of a lot of fun. He not done, obviously. And I gotta keep it real, like NBA Youngboy has, to me, in my most humble opinion, he has had a nice little run. Mm, okay. Mm, okay. As far as like women, it just is what it is. As far as women goes, I feel like that young man, you see, has had his fair share. Okay, it just is what it is. He has messed with a lot of women. Okay, young women his age, and be a young boy. With that being said, like, hey, that's his business. Not mine. You see. So, but I'm like, why get married though? Like that is what gets me. You see, like Nicki Minaj said. Um. So yeah, now I'm like I'm looking at the industry sideways. It just is what it is. Now I'm side eyeing the industry because I'm like, they say that y'all be having people get handlers, and like that's what it's given to me. Like Jazz is really looking like a handler. You know, And as I said it, I was like, well, no, maybe not because they have kids together, but that don't matter. Gucci Man and Keisha got kids too. Uh, Kanye West and Kim had kids. Ray J and the other kids. It's just like, I don't know what qualifies people to be a handler, but like NBA Youngboy's wife, that gives handler to me. And yeah, that's it. That's how. And I drew that conclusion yesterday. Okay. Ugh, uh, eek. I drew that conclusion yesterday, y'all. After he was allegedly, hold on. After he was out with her in France. NBA Youngboy is in France right now. And I'm like, why ain't nobody saying NBA Youngboy got a clone? I mean, I'm not gonna say, I don't know. Like, he just, I don't know. I can't explain it. But like, I'm like, why ain't nobody saying NBA Youngboy got a handler? Because he just seemed too freaking cool now. Like, I can't explain it, but yeah. They handle things for the stars. Sometimes this is no, I'm talking about a handler. Okay, this is what they say about celebrity handlers. Sometimes they handle the stars. Sometimes they handle things for the stars, and then sometimes they handle the stars themselves, meaning they have to take control of an out of control situation. Sometimes have to talk celebrities off the ledge, figuratively 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 speaking. Okay, what do celebrity handlers do? A celebrity handler is another form of a personal assistant, or what we call in the business a lifestyle manager. Okay, or a personal concierge. See, that makes sense. That make a whole lot of sense right there. Mm. There is no set job description because every employer is different. You see? So in this situation, NBA Youngboy is the employer. He's different. Yeah, he's different. Uh So whether you're a Hollywood movie star, a sports figure, or a finance wizard from Wall Street, you need people to assist with your complex life. And that's where celebrity handlers come in. Just some of the duties could include, but are not they're not limited to arranging travel plans, gift shopping, accompanying celebrities to places they gotta go, or to act as a liaison to agents, managers, lawyers, etc. Okay. Um, Hold on. You see? So, in other words, I mean, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's a real thing. I mean, I always thought it was a real thing, but like, it's kind of like so hush hush. So you don't really know. But they said there is a personal assistant network, well known for celebrity handles in the business. See, they said who are well known celebrity handles, and they named this one man. This one man, they said, whose name is Brian Daniel of the Celebrity Personal Assistant Network, is one of the well known celebrity handles in the business. He's a formal personal assistant to the rich and famous, and he now is a recruiter for assistants. See, that's what I'm saying. When you look at I can't explain it, but like the people that worked with R. Kelly, right? And the people that be around Diddy. That's why I say I feel like they all come from like this underground or like not very known place. You know what I'm saying? Um this is what I feel, because the average person that want to be a personal assistant today don't know where to go get a job for Diddy at. You see? It's like I feel like it's something you gotta really, 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 really apply yourself for, and you gonna have to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I don't think that it's hard to do. Well, I do. I think it's hard to do. I think it's doable, right? But I think it is hard to do. And I take it a step further. It's not one of them things that everybody is doing every single day. If that makes sense. You see, if that was the case, shoot, I would have been one. When I started my own personal assistant business, uh, whenever I started that. Around COVID. That's right, because I had to quit for COVID. I didn't have to. I chose to. I chose to quit for COVID. But anyway, heck, like, I just feel like it's not one of them things that people are doing every day. Does that make sense? It's just not. Um, which, which I gotta keep it real. Um, I gotta keep it real. Like, let's say Will Smith is looking for a new personal assistant. Like, if the communication line, or I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, or like basically, it's not a lot of people. How can I put this? Okay. It's a small network. Let me put it like that. It's a very small network, right? So not a lot of people even know where to apply for a job for Will Smith. So, let's say Will Smith says that he's looking for a personal assistant today. He probably ain't gonna get but three three to five applications for it, you know what I'm saying, in a week's time, because it's not even a lot of people that know about it. It's not a lot of people that even know that he is looking for somebody to work for him, because a lot of people don't even know where to go. to get to have that type of access. So I feel like it's just such a small network, like just a really really small network of people, right? And it's just not that privy. Like it's just not a lot of people that are even privy to that information, because it is what it is. Let's be real. You're not finding no job for no celebrity on Indeed. Now maybe Craigslist, because I could have sworn it was some people that said they found work for Diddy through Craigslist. But like, yeah, I don't think that's where they find that they workers at for the most part. When celebrities give their handlers, hold on. It says there are no set hours or specific set of responsibilities to be a celebrity handler. Mainly, you have to be very flexible and able to work long hours. You have to trust, of course, your paramount, because oof, because when you assist celebrities, you are often given a lot of responsibilities with cash and credit. And that, my friend, is where a problem can begin, because when celebrities give their handlers their credit cards or access to cash, then protocols need to be put in place to ensure safeguards. Recently, for example, the assistant to an NBA star uh absconded or absconded with funds absconded it. I can I absconded. Okay. Absconded. A word I never saw before, but anyway. The assistant to an NBA star absconded with funds to the tune of, damn, is that 5 million? 5 million, I believe. Let me see. My bad, y'all. Absconded means to leave hurriedly, secretly, or to avoid detection of arrest for an unlawful action of theft. Oh, it could be arrest. Oh, okay. Somebody, the assistant to an NBA star, then stole $5 million. So I guess absconded with funds to the tune of, and they say it means what? It to run away. It means to run away or arrest for an unlawful action such as theft. So maybe they got arrested. I would say that's what absconded mean in this situation for $5 million. But yeah, long story short, I believe the Jazz could be, very well could be, which I don't think is far-fetched, a handler for NBA Youngboy. It is what it is. I think that she is possibly a handler. It just is what it is. I don't believe that that's a real marriage. And I'll take it a step further too. Like, I hate that, because I feel like they are tainting these kids, almost like this is what marriage should look like. And NBA's marriage, NBA Youngboy's marriage is absolutely not what marriage, was designed to look like. It just ain't. It just ain't. Because he not supposed to be involved with other concubines, you see. Or should I say, he's not supposed to be involved with concubines. And that is side pieces, okay? It's another word for a side piece. Mm, mm. And hold on one second, because y'all know me. One thing y'all know. I like to educate. It is what it is. I like to make sure we all know that we know that we know something. You see, so a concubine is a woman who lives with a man but has lower status than his wife or wives. Okay, that's a concubine. Oh, I didn't know that. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know a concubine had to live with a man. I didn't know that. So you learn something every day. You see, shout out to that. I thought a concubine was just a side piece, but no, not all side pieces are concubines. Because according to the definition, a woman, she got to live with them. Okay, and also it says in polygamous society. So in other words, the people that be uh doing polygamy is concubines. Okay, so you learn something every day. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. I loved it. Anyway, that's that. NBA Youngboy, stop. Okay, just stop the car. It is what it is. Like if you gonna really like it is what it is. Like I can't. You see, they gotta. It is what it is. If they are really legally married, then they gotta answer to God for whatever it is. You know, like I can't decide. So it is what it is. But I will say this: it's not a look good. Good look to me, in my most humble opinion. Not for these young folks watching. Okay, so it is what it is. It ain't even a good look for these old folks. You know, some of these old folks might get try to have an idea. So anyway, shout out to NBA Youngboy. And then after that, my last but not least subject and topic. Okay, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm sure plenty of folks think came. You see, I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button. So shout out to that. But anyway, Nicki Minaj, y'all, is going through it. So I want to send Nicki Minaj a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Just a shout out. You know what I'm saying? That's my girl. Y'all know that's my girl. And she going through it right now. It just is what it is. Child, yeah. These people is messing with her. Okay. And I'm like, dang, y'all just gonna put it out there? Oh, so y'all just putting it out there now. Y'all ain't hiding nothing. Now, first of all, I mean, it is what it is. People been having access. You see? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They've been having access to like shut your Instagram down and stuff like that. But y'all, I said, y'all, I told y'all yesterday that Nicki Minaj was finally bold enough. You see? Yeah, shout out to Nicki. I'm not taking sides. I'm not saying she right. I'm not saying she wrong. I honestly haven't formed an opinion on this situation yet. Yeah. Real talk. Because, you know, at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is, like Nicki Minaj said, they still in my top 5. Yeah. So shout out to that. Like, listen, Nicki Minaj can't do no wrong in my eyes, and neither can Jay-Z. You see? You see? So I'm conflicted. You know what I mean? I like to let my my lips. I like to let my lips be like a natural lip liner. But anyway, yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like your mama arguing with your stepdaddy or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I don't want to pick no sides. Y'all tripping. You see? Um, it's like two of my faves getting into it. I ain't got time. You know, I just want to hear it. You know, I really don't want to hear it, but I'm like, okay, let me hear y'all out. You see? without picking sides. Y'all know what it is. We only got Nicki Minaj's side right now. That's it. We only getting Nicki's side of the story. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just Jay-Z he haven't addressed it yet. I mean, who knows if he will. Beyonce and Jay-Z's MO in the past has been like paying things dust. You know what I'm saying? They don't really address nothing but checks. You see, really. Well, I take that back because they will address like real life situations and stuff like that. So shout out to them and shout out to that. But like, like if it ain't about the money, you see. And so like it's really sad. I really hate that, the fallout had to happen. But it is what it is. Nicki Minaj called Jay-Z out. She say he owe us some money. It is what it is, and here we are. Like I told y'all yesterday, is Nicki gonna sue though? Is Nicki going to sue? Like that's the question for me. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, you just wanted us to know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, well, cool then. We know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. You got it off your chest. Finally, because it's been a long time coming. I personally think Nicki was terrified. It is what it is. I think she was scared. I was going to say that maybe possibly she was, waiting to talk to Jay-Z and see, check his heart, check his temperature and see like what's going on, Is it like, what's the problem? Are you going to run me my money or not? I think she was trying to be patient because I do think that Jay-Z ended up selling Tidal or something like that. But ultimately, I told y'all, I feel like she been sending subliminals for a minute now. Kind of like using the beef with Megan Thee Stallion a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. But truthfully, like, she just put it out there. And I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she finally got it off her chest, But it will be interesting to see where this goes, okay? Because, like, these are some real, real powerful people, all right? It is what it is. Like, one thing about Nicki Minaj, I be like, I just be feeling like she's protected. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. Where I feel like Kenny, you know what I'm saying? I feel like her husband has her back, regardless. Regardless of anything else. I feel like he ain't gonna let nobody mess with her. Yeah. Shout out to that. I said, he just ain't gonna let nobody mess with her, I feel like. But this is the thing. The kind of protection that she need from Jay-Z, he might not be ready for. You see? Because this ain't that. Okay? This ain't that. This is different. Okay? This is different. Like 2 Chainz said. Real different. Okay? Depending on who you asking. I'm in the house tonight. La di da di da da da. So, like, I'm wishing her well. I do. Because a lot of things is starting to happen already. You see. Even though I said she was locked out of Instagram. Y'all know the other day, she had a funky good time on Instagram. Oh, yes. Miss Pressing Curl said, you see? I mean, it is what it is. She got things off her chest. That's why I said I was happy for her. It is what it is. I be happy for people when they just be themselves. You know, and believe it or not, y'all, believe it or not, believe it or not, believe it or not. That's why I like to be alone so much. Sometimes people have an issue with you just being yourself. That's it. Just really, really just your authentic self. I love that. I do. I love that. I love authenticity. I love real when people are just like really themselves. I like that. I do. I do. I do. I do. That's why Sexy Red ended up winning me over. You know what I'm saying? Because at first, when Sexy Red first came out, I wasn't necessary. I was not a fan. I gotta keep it real. I was not a fan. I was like, oh no, ma'am, Pam, we do not act like that. Put your shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Put your shoes on. You know, like take that ugly red hair off. You know what I'm saying, Miss Thing? Like, no, ma'am, Pam. Cause like, I mean, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Um, most women are raised to just be the opposite acting of Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. Like, that's just keeping it out of the way real. You know what I'm saying? But like she won me over. Eventually she won me over because I feel like she be being herself. You know? Like I just feel like, yeah, I do feel like some of it is a little acting, but for the most part, I feel like she just being herself, you know, and like carefree, like free from what people think. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? I really, 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 really like that. Like, I respect that. It is what it is. I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I hate when people be like, I just hate when people be like, that was embarrassing or something like that. Like, embarrassing for who? Or I hate when they be like, okay, like this is a good prime example. When Will Smith, Chris Rock, you know what I'm saying? You had a lot of people feeling like, oh, I just wish he wouldn't have did that in front of, you know what I'm saying? So you got some people who feel like, I honestly do. I gotta keep it real. I do feel like there's a time and a place for certain stuff, but I kind of hate when, even though I get it, I do 100%, I understand it. I hate when people be like, as black people, we can authentically be ourselves in front of each other, but like, nah, don't do that in front of them. You see? So like when they was like they hate that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in front of the YT people. It's like, why though? It's like, it's almost like their opinion is the end all be all, or it's better than ours, or we're supposed to act the way certain way in front of them. Like, no, you know, like if that's how you feel, then that's just, you know, like I feel like for instance, for me, you know what I'm saying? I raise my kids a certain way, but I don't raise my kids a certain way because I don't want them to be critiqued by certain groups. I raise my kids a certain way because I feel like there's a certain way that you should be acting, period. There's just a certain way that you should act, in a certain way that you should present yourself, you know? But it's not because I don't want them to do it out of fear of being embarrassed about who they are. You see? So anyway, long story short, I just, you know, I like authentic people. You know, it just is what it is. Um, you know, I like people who take risk. You know, I like people who regardless of the facts, stand up for themselves, speak up for themselves. It just is what it is. But Can you worry that there will be some type of backlash? Absolutely. You see? And like, that's long story short. You see? It's just what it is. I say, that's the long story short. I'm just kind of worried about Nicki. You know, like, what next? Like, what next? I do think it's a good time though. I do think it's a good time. I will say that. I think Nicki Minaj was extremely smart and kind of calculated in her ability to understand the right time. You know, I do. I feel like this, you know, if not now, then when? You know, will be a good time. Because, like, the climate is up right now. Like, it is what it is. People are being called out. Like Cat Williams said, this is the era. This is the era right here. And it, like, it's just, people are laying everything on the line, everything on the table this year. So I could see why I could see why Nicki Minaj would use that to her advantage. Because the truth of the matter is, right now, I feel like right now, she probably could get away with it. It just is what it is. I feel like right now, it's so much going on that Jay-Z might not, he might not respond the way he would have responded 4 or 5 years ago. You know, it's almost like I feel like he, not just him, lots of people, they laying low. I feel like everybody right now is at the time where they like, please don't bring my name up. Just please let me skate through without any lawsuits or anybody coming to say I did X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Almost even like the Angie Stone situation. Angie Stone was getting ready to come for her coin. Angie Stone was allegedly getting ready to call out somebody that had been playing with her money. You know, same thing, same situation. Like, now is the time. You know, I feel like now or never. For real, for real. Same thing with Jay-Z's alleged son coming for him right now too. I just feel like something is going on where Jay-Z, a lot of people don't know it, but like something is going on where his power isn't as strong as it used to be. Same thing with Diddy. Now that's scary. That's scary, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That means like we living in a time. You know, it is what it is. We living in a time. I gotta keep it real with y'all. They keep saying that like something is going on with the black man. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I have not, I can honestly say I really haven't connected enough dots to that yet. I haven't, because I believe for some reason in 2025, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know why. I don't know how Cat Williams knew, but like 2025 is the year where like people are calling out anything. You know what I'm saying? Like anything. Like here's an example. Hey, my name is Crystal Smith, and back in 2012 I worked for such and such happened, and I'm suing for it now, and I want to be compensated for it right now. Like, all of that is going on right now in 2025. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I feel like now was the best time for Nicki Minaj to come with whatever she was gonna come with. I mean, it just is what it is. It's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. And like, yeah, y'all, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it, you know? Because at the end of the day, right? You feel like you be happy for your people. if that makes sense. You be happy that your people are successful. You know, you be happy that, like, you just happy for them. It ain't no way around it. We be excited. We be happy. We be rooting. We cheer them on. Yeah. Yeah. And so, like, you don't want to hear about they cookie crumbling. You know, you don't. You actually be like, man, you be wishing that, like, they just do right. It is what it is. You be hoping that they do right. You know what I'm saying? If nothing, like for instance, with Diddy, with the Diddy situation, man. You know, we supported Diddy so much. We were so happy for Diddy. You know, uh, just really, really extremely happy for his success and his wealth. You know, and his accomplishments. So, like, we were really hoping that, like, behind closed doors, he was better. He was better. And he wasn't doing the things that they said he was doing. You know? Same thing with R. Kelly. We supported R. Kelly so much that we didn't want it to be true. You know, and I'll take it a step further. R. Kelly. We supported R. Kelly so much that it was like, remember the first trial when he was not found guilty? A lot of us feel like he should have cleaned up his life right then and there. Just like that was a second chance. Get it together. In other words, it ain't nothing. It ain't no different than a parent feeling like, I'm disappointed in you. It just is what it is. There it is right there. There it is right there. You see? But at the end of the day, I gotta keep it real. We can live with Jay-Z, like, not necessarily being the best businessman. You see, like, I'm not canceling Hove because he didn't pay Nicki. I'm not canceling Jay-Z because he didn't pay Nicki. You know what I'm saying? And that's my girl. But I can live with that. You see, like, that's something I can live with. But then if they was to tell us that Jay-Z was a grown man being inappropriate with kids, then, like, no. You see, you like, we're disgusted. You know what I'm saying? Now we're disgusted. Now we're canceling you. And, like, now, like, man, God, get your child. You see, it is what it is. Like, get your child. We can't do nothing but pray for him at this point. You know, but it's no different than a mother just looking her child in their eyes and saying, I'm disappointed in you. Because you know better. You know better. You see? So, like, I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this. If there is really an attack on the community, then I'm saddened by that. You know, I'm saddened by that. I am. And I'll take it a step further. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that it is money driven. It's driven by money. And if you ask me, it would be a money grab. You know what I'm saying? Specifically for money. Something is going on. Maybe folks are going broke. Maybe companies are going broke. Higher ups are going broke. So they gotta either hijack money that was already paid out, use this plan, use that plan, use this plan, use that plan to get it back. you know. But that's the only thing I could think of. Something is going on where these folks is wanting their money back. They needing their money back. Now I will say this. I did tell my son yesterday. I said, son, you know, the music industry is really, really tricky right now. It is. And I cannot say if I would want my child in it, truth be told. Yeah, that's the truth. I think something is going on with the music industry right now. Something that like is really hush hush. But I think the climate has changed. Honestly, I don't think that it's making the money that it used to make, right? But I think that's, that's like they don't want to say that, right? Because they don't want to, they never, ever, ever want kids to stop being inspired, right? Um, because they still need you, by the way. They still need you. They still want you. Like they need new people to keep the cycle going. But at the end of the day, I think that it's an underlying um issue going on in the music industry right now. You know what I'm saying? That like nobody's talking about. Truth be told, I don't think the money is being made like that no more. I don't. I think something is going on with the money. The money funny, right? And it ain't just the music industry. Truth be told, I think it's the entertainment industry, period. You know what I'm saying? They always moving on, always moving on, always moving on to the next best thing. And I think the entertainment industry is hurting right now too. Same thing with being an actor. I don't think that that dream is like as big as it used to be, if that makes sense, because I think that the movie scene, right, and the film scene is in a tricky place right now. They not making that much money. They not making that much money, right? So now I feel like maybe these people are starting to rob, steal, and destroy some people. It just is what it is. Now remind you, they've been doing that. Allegedly, seemingly, they've been doing people wrong. You know, like a lot of people allegedly think that Michael Jackson was just like, they feel like he was taken out of here, you know, due to money, just strictly due to money. Either they didn't want to pay him money that he had coming, or they wanted to rob him of the money that he had already made. One of the two, you see? So, like, they've been doing it. But I feel like the industry is something going on with it where it's starting to crash a little bit to where what they doing is at an all-time high, So instead of unaliving you, well, I won't say instead of unaliving you, because people are still getting unalive still. They are. What's the man name? The man Liam. I don't know his name like that, but oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. They still getting people up out of here. So it's either that. They either off you or get you put in jail. One of the two. But people riches are being snatched. You know what I'm saying? They riches, their careers, everything, like their reputations snatched at a really, 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 really rapid rate. Like it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to Tyler Perry, because Tyler Perry is another one. You don't know. You don't know if, now I will say this. I do believe that they sit back and wait for the right time to let all the stuff that you've been doing catch up with you. You see? So even though there might be some type of Hollywood takedown, for real, that we know nothing about, two things could be true at once. That could really be going on. And so that's why they coming for Tyler Perry. But at the same time, Tyler Perry gave them something that they could work with. You know what I'm saying? For real, Tyler Perry was doing um, um, mm, mm, mm. Inappropriate. He was doing inappropriate, having inappropriate dealings. You see, throughout his um business, his career, or his, his company. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he was mixing personal with business. You see? So it's like, I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. The truth of the matter is, yes, it's messed up that people are being targeted. That's extremely messed up. And I really, really hope that like something happens there, because that's not cool. Because it's the same thing with the liquor people. If they really, really did pull this off and cause all of this to be some type of takedown amongst Diddy, shame on them. I hope they get whatever it is that, they got coming. You know what I'm saying? Because that's wrong. It's wrong. But then at the same time, Diddy, you shouldn't have never been doing what you was doing. Tyler, allegedly, these things that people are alleging that you was doing to them are wrong. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Like there's no way around it. You will not be able to get around it. You try all you want. You try all you want. See, that's that's the conversation where people be having. Why are y'all like trying to take why y'all celebrating it? They in trouble. No, ain't nobody celebrating it. We just talking about it. You see, there's a difference. No, we was celebrating that you was a billionaire. You see, we was celebrating that you have over 20 years in your career. We were celebrating that your butt is successful. We were celebrating that you have 6 wealthy kids that ain't never gotta work a job that they don't want to work just to pay a bill that they don't want to pay. That's what we were celebrating. Now we just talking. You see, we discussing your court case. Yeah, Miss Presser Curl, let's talk about it. No, we celebrated you when you was doing what you was supposed to be doing. But now that you didn't got caught up, now we just talking about it. We wouldn't celebrate that. You see, like, quit acting like we can't talk about it. But then at the same time, don't insult me by telling me that I'm celebrating it. You see, because like that's nothing that I would celebrate. I wouldn't celebrate these kids being separated from their father. I wouldn't celebrate these children being uncertain about their futures now. I wouldn't celebrate that. That's nothing to celebrate. I wouldn't celebrate a black man losing everything that he worked for. That is way more than the average person in their lifetime will ever get to see. I wouldn't celebrate that. So don't insult me by saying that I'm happy that this man didn't got himself in trouble. I'm not happy about that. But two things can be true at once. Maybe there's a takedown going on, but at the same time, get your stuff together. You see, get your stuff together. It is what it is. Oh, I'm not just talking. I'm working on me too. Get your stuff together. We all got stuff that we could be working on, you see? Yeah, so shout out to that. Sometimes you got to get folks together. You see, like, yeah, you say, what you gonna get them together? Like greens. Together. You see? Like. So anyway, shout out to that. Now, I gotta run. Y'all know I gotta run. I hate it. Yes, I gotta leave. And I don't wanna go right now. I sure don't. I'll be back to hold you down. So shout out to that. But y'all know it's the summertime. You know what I'm saying? It's the summertime. So just give me a minute. Give me a minute. You see, give me just one more memento. You know what I'm saying? When school start back, I'll be able to be on here longer, you see. Yeah, as I want. So shout out to that. But I gotta go, y'all. I'll see y'all on my next video. I hope y'all had a funky good time, because I did. Shout out to that. I always do. In fact, it's a little scary how much fun I be having with y'all. Shout out to that. That's a whole nother day. Whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But anyway, I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye.